Hello Ospreys, I'm Nathan Dean.
And I'm Marissa Matarazzi. And this week on Nest News, we see students coming together for the upcoming election.
Plus, we're going to take a look at early voting on campus.
Nest News starts right now.
On Thursday, October 25th, Vice President Mike Pence visited Jacksonville to support Republican candidate Ron DeSantis for governor.
The rally took place at the Prime Osborne Convention Center in downtown Jacksonville. Spinnaker sent reporter Hannah Lee to the rally to uncover what Vice President Mike Pence's main message was.
It is great to be back in the Sunshine State, and we're here for one reason and one reason only. Florida and America need Ron DeSantis to be the next governor of the great state of Florida.
Vice President Mike Pence stopped in Jacksonville Thursday afternoon to rally for Ron DeSantis and the other Republican candidates on the Florida ballot.
You know, I'm happy to be here, and I'm also proud to be running in this race and giving the people of Florida a very clear choice. I'm the only one running who has served our country in uniform in the military. I'm the only one running who will not raise your taxes. And I'm the only one running who can credibly say, I'm not under investigation for corruption by the FBI.
Around 150 people showed up at the rally, some arriving as early as 10:30 in the morning. One fact pointed out in the rally is that the next governor of Florida will be picking the next 3 Florida Supreme Court judges, so this election is crucial to both parties. Early voting will continue until November 4th, where students, faculty, and staff will have a chance to vote on campus if they are registered in Duval County. This has been Hannah Lee with Spinnaker News.
And while the rally didn't occur on campus, some UNF students chose to attend it.
The goal of the rally was to encourage people to vote and to more specifically vote for Ron DeSantis.
On Monday, October 22nd, over 400 people attended the Florida Democratic rally at the UNF Fieldhouse. The rally drew many students and Jacksonville citizens as lines started for the event at 1 p.m. and wrapped up around the arena. Here's reporter Jessica May with the story.
A little over 400 people gathered at the UNF Fieldhouse today, October 22nd, to see speakers from the Democratic Party. This includes former Vice President Joe Biden, Senator Bill Nelson, Nancy Soderberg, and candidate Andrew Gillum. Spinnaker went out to get reactions following the rally.
I was definitely looking forward to see the support that's coming out here on UNF. It's unfortunate that I just got out of here from class and I came to walk over, and I understand that it's about to wrap up, but mainly understanding what's going on, because I realize that if you're not plugged in or if you're not associated, that there's opportunities you're missing out. And being a student here, paying for tuition, so might as well take advantage of what you're paying for. You're out there, and regardless of what your political views are, but go out there and be aware and know what's happening, what's going on. You don't want to be naive, and you definitely don't want to be the person that's left out.
You know, for people to come vote, and I was surprised by how energized everybody was, and that people knew who they were and everything, and all the down ballot people who were freaking out and everything. I mean, it's the most important out of anybody, of any voters, for college students to be. I mean, we're being educated. We need to know our rights and how much power we have in making decisions.
Just the fact that we stand together. I mean, Democrats and all of us as a whole, really, we need to bring ourselves out to the polls to vote on anything that we see important.
To see if there's a change in student voting will be determined in November. Jessica May, Spinnaker News.
The rally was held at the start of early voting on campus and informed students on how important it is to vote and to have their voices heard for the upcoming election.
New charges have been released for UNF student Jesse Martinez. On October 19th, Martinez was charged with 8 new counts of video voyeurism. These charges come 6 months after receiving his first set of charges in April, where, according to the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, he allegedly threatened to leak nude photos if sexual favors were not performed. These new charges come after UNF PD discovered videos on Martinez's computer depicting unknowing males in the dorms and library's bathrooms. Martinez is currently facing 16 counts of video voyeurism, 1 charge of unlawful use of a two-way communication device, and 1 charge of extortion.
With the midterm election quickly approaching, UNF has provided an early voting site at the Civic Center. Here's reporter Heidi Ortiz with the story.
UNF is holding their first early voting site at the University Civic Center in hopes that it will encourage UNF students and faculty to vote.
I think it'll be very beneficial for students who haven't really voted in past elections to just hop on over to the University Center and make their vote.
We asked this student why the early voting site on the UNF campus is so important.
I feel like if you're not politically involved or don't know much about the issues, there's definitely one issue that you can get behind if you're really passionate about it, like healthcare and even gun control. If you're really passionate about those issues, you can make your ballot, or make your vote count by voting in the officials that you believe will make the change that you want to see.
UNF students and faculty believe that having an early voting site on campus will allow for a bigger turnout in voting and will allow for a bigger impact on the election. This is Heidi Ortiz from Spinnaker News.
The early voting site is provided for all UNF students and faculty to encourage them to vote for this year's election.
Coming up, we take a look at a new Billboard record.
Plus, which successful TV show is coming to an end? We'll be talking about all this and more after the break.
You're watching Nest News on Spinnaker TV.
We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let me tell you a little bit about the STEM. My name's Lee Gia. My friends and I have done some amazing things on this show, like flying through hurricanes, or driving Teslas, or swimming with manatees, or even floating in zero gravity. We film these things and bring them here, to the world's next great science and space show. That's where the STEM comes in. We go on adventures as an excuse to learn something. The universe is a pretty big place. There's a lot to learn, a lot that's interesting to learn. Over the next year or so, we'll be riding in the centrifuge, farm in the heart of New York City, fly a spaceship, fly President Harry Truman's Air Force One, launch some rockets, catch some rockets, nice! Shoot video at the speed of light. Our world and universe are there, waiting to be explored. The question is, what are you waiting for?
Drake, Jamie Lee Curtis, Orange is the New Black, and Amy Schumer. These are all the things we'll be discussing today.
Here's this week's Pop Culture Rundown.
Well, he started from the bottom and now he's here. Canadian rapper Drake earned his 12th top 10 single on the Billboard's Hot 100 chart. Thanks to the song Mia by Bad Bunny featuring Drake, the record for most top 10 singles on the Billboard Hot 100 that was previously owned by the Beatles now belongs to the former Degrassi star. As Drake said in one of his biggest hits, all of this has just been a part of God's plan. I'm a huge fan of Drake. I'm excited for him to get this award and just break this record, so I'm happy for him.
Yeah, I have to say, I don't listen to Drake as often as most people, so I don't know.
That needs to change.
Yeah, I know. Longtime award-winning actress Jamie Lee Curtis is opening up about her deep secret and dark past. The star revealed to People magazine that she has been struggling with a secret opioid addiction for a little over a decade. She simply stated that no one knew. Her addiction began back in the 1980s when she was prescribed painkillers for a minor operation.
History of addiction ran in her family, so she was heading down a dangerous path. She said that she would steal and acquire painkillers by any means necessary. Manipulating friends and family was the least of her worries. Thankfully, Curtis broke the addiction cycle in 1999, exactly 10 years after the addiction began, and has been sober since. She celebrated by saying that becoming sober was her single greatest accomplishment.
Oh, this story was just so heartbreaking to read about. I'm such a big fan of Jamie, and addiction is a big issue, so kudos to her for overcoming the battle.
And she was great in the recent Halloween film, so if you haven't seen that one, definitely check that out. Season 7 of the Emmy Award-winning Netflix series Orange is the New Black is set to debut in 2019. Unfortunately, to all of the fans of the show, Season 7 will actually be the last season. The official Twitter page of the series posted a video on October 18th with many cast members sharing the news to the fans of the final season in 2019.
The success of the show, signed with a total of 155 award nominations and 46 awards won. Vice President of Original Content at Netflix, Cindy Holland, said that we will be sad to say goodbye, but we will be definitely going out on a high.
Yeah, although I'm not a huge fan of the series, I know a lot of people that are, and a lot of people that are sad to see it go, but it's had a long run and many awards to show.
Yeah, I haven't seen the show as well, but I mean, the actresses are phenomenal, so congratulations to them.
Absolutely.
News broke on October 22nd that stand-up comedian and actress Amy Schumer and husband Chris Fisher are expecting their first child together. The couple got married at a surprise beach wedding in February after only 3 months of dating. She broke the news to fans with a sweet photo on her Instagram story as she cuddled with an adorable baby. In her previous post, she teased her fans with a pregnancy rumor by comparing herself to Duchess Meghan Markle, who is pregnant as well.
In her most recent post, she led her unsuspecting fans to former CNN chief White House correspondent Jessica Yellen's Instagram page. Schumer directed fans to her page because Jessica actually released the news of Amy's pregnancy as well as a message to vote for the upcoming midterm elections. Definitely an original way to tell people about her pregnancy. But she spread an important message in the making.
I think Amy Schumer is hilarious, and congratulations to her and her husband for having a baby.
Trainwreck was a fantastic film, and happy for her, so good job for her.
Yes.
Coming up, Alfred Nairn gives us the latest in sports.
And we finally have fall weather, but will it stay that way? Jack Beard gives us this week's weather forecast.
You're watching Nest News on Spinnaker TV.
Hi, I'm Carly Kramer.
And I'm Joseph Garrigan.
No, we're not brother and sister. We're your new favorite podcasters from Spinnaker TV.
You can check it out every Monday at 6 p.m. Standard Atlantic time.
I think it's Eastern Daylight.
Well, I went to public school, so I don't really know what's real anymore.
Are we in Standard or Daylight?
Hi, everyone. I'm Joseph Garrigan.
And I'm Carly Kramer.
And we're in Las Vegas. Hi, everyone. I'm Joseph Garrigan.
And I'm Carly Kramer.
And I'm standing on an apple box. Apple box.
Hi, I'm Carly Kramer.
And I'm Joseph Garrigan.
The green screen is broken. Hi, everyone. I'm Carly Kramer.
And I'm Joseph Garrigan. And our new podcast, Not That You Care, will be breaking down and dishing the dirt on all things music and pop culture.
It's an audio-guided look into two perspectives that you never even asked for.
So please, give it a listen, and for every day you don't, we will tell a child that Santa Claus doesn't exist.
Wait, what?
Check out Not That You Care every Monday at 6 p.m. on Spinnaker's YouTube or SoundCloud or in the haunted radio your grandma keeps in her attic.
Check it out. Do it for the children.
It sure has been a week for sports. Our women's volleyball team has had a great season so far.
Yeah, you got that right, Marissa. Let's turn it over to Alfred Nairn for more on sports.
Hey, thank you so much, Nathan. New in sports, for a spot in the A-Suns men's championship game on the line with a win or tie, the North Florida men's soccer team fell short against Florida Gulf Coast 5-0. They conclude their regular season on Saturday as they host NJIT on senior night at Hodges Stadium at 7 p.m. In other news, our women's volleyball team completes the season sweep of the crosstown rival JU Dolphins with a score of 3-0. Next game will be at Kennesaw State at 6 p.m. If you're looking to see if the Jaguars can stop their losing streak, you have to get up pretty early as the Jaguars take on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, in London. The game starts at 9:30 a.m. Although the Jaguars have lost 3 straight games after starting 3-1, they have won 3 straight win across the pond. We'll see which streaks come to an end. I'm Alfred Nairn, and this has been your sports update. Back to you, Nathan and Marissa.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but it actually feels like fall in Florida. I hope this cool temperature doesn't go away anytime soon.
I hope so too, Nathan. Let's turn it over to Jack Beard for more on this week's weather.
Today we are expecting a little bit of everything, a mixture of clouds with some sun, as well as an 80% chance of rain, so throw some scattered thunderstorms too. Highs into the mid-low 80s and lows into the high 50s. For tomorrow, we are expecting a cloudy day, but listen to this. We also are expecting big temperature drops, and I'm talking highs into the low 70s and lows into the low 50s. We are expecting to see this pattern for the next 3 days, so do try and stay warm for the upcoming weekend, as well as Monday. For our Jaguar game day forecast, we are seeing similar temperatures, like I said. Clear skies with highs into the mid-70s and lows into the high 50s. Monday, again, we have fairly the same temperatures, just with a slight chance of a simple rain shower, and partly cloudy skies. Highs into the low 80s and lows into the high 50s. Tuesday, a little cooler than Monday. Clear skies, no rain in the forecast. Highs into the high 70s and lows settling down into the low 60s. Unfortunately, this weather isn't going to hang around for too long. We should be back to our regular 80s moving into Thursday and later throughout the week. This has been your Nest News weather forecast. I'm Jack Beard. Back to you, Nathan and Marissa.
Well, thank you, Jack. And that's all we have for you this week, Ospreys.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, both at Spinnaker TV.
And while you're at it, subscribe to our YouTube channel and Spinnaker's website newsletter.
Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned for next week's Halloween-themed episode on November 2nd.
See you next time, Ospreys.
Graphics messed up.
Okay.
We're just gonna do weather really quick.
That's your fault, Jack.
Otherwise,